hired. You're fired. You're hired. You're fired. You're hired. You're fired. You're hired. You're fired.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. You know Donald Trump's on trial right now in New York for trying to hide hush money payment to Playboy models. Ooh, it'd be really bad for Donald Trump if the connections between him and Playboy got out. Oh, I mean, except for the fact that he was on the effing cover of Playboy magazine. It's like, these people are just so stupid. And everyone was born yesterday. They're like so dumb. Look at it. This is Donald Trump. The year is 1990. Here he is, Dapper Dan. Nice magazine, want to sell it, making a joke about buying Playboy magazine. There was no Melania in the picture at the time. There's some other Playboy model there on the front of the magazine. Well, there you go. Your president, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they really got him now. Donald Trump had associations with Playboy models. How'd you figure that one out, you geniuses? This is not the first magazine that is mainstream that Donald Trump has been on the cover of. Here's a Time magazine cover from 1989. That's right, Donald Trump. Trump is the name. If this man may turn you green with envy or just turn you off, flaunting it is the game, and Trump is the name. Oh yeah, baby. And he's got the Trump card there. Boom. Yeah. Time magazine. Back when they loved Donald Trump. Fast forward up another decade, and you have Donald Trump on the cover of the 2000 Time magazine. Donald Trump, Apprentice Television smash, right? Donald Trump, Person of the Year in 2016 with the epic, iconic, sort of battered chair there. Donald Trump looking somewhat menacing. Some people said that this was Donald Trump horns, that they put like devil horns on Donald Trump. I don't know if I believe that. I think it's kind of like where his head sits in the photograph, but still totally iconic. Then you get into the Trump presidency. Who cares about magazine covers anymore? But like, yeah, it's like the front page of the New York Times. You know, if you're on one, you save it, right? Time magazine, Donald Trump. Trump's war on Washington, based. Donald Trump is the storm. We love that one. This is a good one. Stormy. Donald Trump is the storm. Still cool. Freaking cool. Guy looks awesome. I don't know. Was this supposed to be some insult? I'm not sure. My whole life is a bet. Inside Trump's plan to keep the White House. Epic, legendary, looking sharp. Donald Trump in the suit, in the Oval Office, with the pose, with the scowl, with the look, with the American flag pin, right ways up. Donald Trump looking like a king. Here we go. Donald Trump as the king. Why are we doing this? Why are we going through all these old Time magazines? I don't have a subscription to Time magazine. Do you have a subscription to Time magazine? I don't think so. Nobody has a subscription to Time magazine anymore. Well, because Donald Trump has a new Time magazine cover, and it is glossy. Look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump looks better now than he did back then. I mean, Donald Trump looks iconic here. He's an American icon. But Donald Trump looks better now. He looks sharper. He looks more focused. He's lost weight. He looks healthier. If he wins the Donald Trump cover story on Time magazine, look at that. With the photo. Look at this. This is the article. How far will Trump go? Look at that photo. Look at this Mad Men vibe. The vibe. The aesthetic. The point. The pout. It's there. The frickin' eyebrows. Again, Donald Trump looks better than he did 4 years ago. Donald Trump looks better than he did when he was president. It's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the read that is, of course, taking off across the internet. We'll show you some of the takeaways from it in this read. Donald Trump is asked about this commentary that he gave to Sean Hannity about being a dictator.
Go back to this one issue, though, because the media has been focused on this and attacking you. Under no circumstances. You are promising America tonight you would never abuse power as retribution against anybody.
Except for day one.
Except
Look,
what?
he's going crazy. Except for day one.
Meaning?
I want to close the border, and I want to drill.
That's
drill,
not. That's
drill.
that's not.
No, no.
That's not retribution.
I'm going to be. You know, he keeps. We love this guy. He says, "You're not going to be a dictator, are you?" I said, "No, no, no. Other than day one, we're closing the border." And we're drilling. After that, I'm not a dictator.
So that sounds to me like you're going back to the
Donald
policies
Trump
when you were
answering.
president. All right,
That's
take a break.
All
Just
right,
kidding.
Okay, shut up, Sean. Gee whiz. What a dough ball Sean Hannity is. Dude, wear another CIA pin. Sean Hannity wears a CIA pin on air. It's really funny. Donald Trump, in that same interview, asked about his revenge commentary, what his revenge will be.
I don't care about the revenge thing. I know they usually use the word revenge. Will there be revenge? My revenge will be success.
Revenge will be success. All right, so let's jump into the article. You need to just sort of see those two clips as a framing object lesson for this article because they come up in the article. I'm going to read to you from the article here, ladies and gentlemen, and you'll sort of see what Donald Trump has to say. Donald Trump, on his biggest mistake, he thinks he was too nice in his first administration. Trump thinks he's identified a critical mistake of his first term. I was too nice. On past administration departures, who disparage him. I let them quit because I have a heart. I don't want to embarrass anybody. I don't think I'll do that again. From now on, I'm going to fire everyone. Good for him. Article concedes 6 months from the 2024 presidential election, Trump is in better position to win the White House than at any point in either of his previous campaigns. He leads Joe Biden by slim margins in most polls, including several in most of the swing states, likely to determine the outcome. Ooh, man. The article goes on to talk about Trump's idiosyncrasies during the interview, which took place at Mar-a-Lago over dinner. At a moment, though, Trump's attention is elsewhere. With his index finger, he swipes through an iPad on the table to curate the restaurant's soundtrack. The playlist veers from Sinead O'Connor to James Brown to the Phantom of the Opera. And then there's a unique Trump choice, a rendition of the Star Spangled Banner sung by January 6 defendants with a recording of Donald Trump reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Whew, baby. Donald Trump on pardoning J6 defendants. I call them J6 patriots. He says he would consider pardoning every single one of them. Going after Joe Biden if the president is stricken and has his immunity stricken. Trump also vowed to appoint a real special counsel to go after Joe Biden, which would be his right as president. I wouldn't want to hurt Biden, he tells me. I have too much respect for the office. Seconds later, though, he suggests that Biden's fate is tied to the upcoming Supreme Court decision on immunity. And that if they go at that wrongly, then Joe Biden will be locked up. I'm sure Joe Biden will be prosecuted for all of his crimes, Donald Trump says. Donald Trump then sort of explained who his inner circle was and where his inner circle was. That can be found right here on some of the the overarching and then core team here. Obviously, you probably know Dan Scavino and Jason Miller. They have pretty large social media presences. Stephen Miller has been on our program. Both Dan and Jason are good friends. We get a lot of great information from like people who are close to Donald Trump. Okay. And it's good. Like it's good because it helps us not publish or promote fake news, right? Or we can go check. Like this whole, like everyone's screaming who's on or off the VP list. It's all garbage. It's all garbage. It's not true. Okay. It's not true. Steve Bannon, as you can imagine, and then some other people, Robert Lighthizer, Russ Vought, and Tom Homan from his previous administration. Okay. Back to some of the takeaways from the article, because I think it's really, really amazing. Donald Trump saying he wouldn't give another penny to Ukraine because he had a visit from Viktor Orban, the president of Hungary, who explained to him exactly what's going on there. Amazing. Well done. Donald Trump saying he would stand with Israel, but he had bad experiences with Netanyahu. Donald Trump on cleaning house the RNC. Trump cleaned house at the Republican National Committee, installing hand-picked leaders, including his daughter-in-law, and saying that he wouldn't feel very good about hiring people who supported Joe Biden or who liked Joe Biden or who thinks Joe Biden won fair and square, which, of course, is obviously his right. Trump's secret weapon in the second term, impoundment. One weapon that Trump's second term wore on Washington is a wonky one, restoring the power of impoundment, which is allowed presidents to freeze congressionally appropriated funds. Impoundment is a favorite maneuver of Nixon, who used his authority to freeze funding for subsidized housing and Environmental Protection Agency. Schedule F, another inside move that is the enforcement of Schedule F, which would allow the president to fire non-political government employees which Trump said he would embrace. He's in full war mode, says former advisor and occasional confidant Steve Bannon. Trump's sense of the state of the country is quite apocalyptic. That's where Trump's heart is. That's where his obsession is, says Steve Bannon. Trump on the real threat to America. I think the enemy comes from within in many cases. It's dangerous for our country than what is coming from the outside in China or Russia or others, he tells me. Very interesting. Final thing, Trump dictator for day comment that we played for you. Donald Trump says that in his remark, it was just said in jest. He compares it to the infamous moment from 2016 campaign about Hillary Clinton and Vladimir Putin. Ask him, don't you see why many Americans, such talk of a dictatorship is contrary to most of their cherished principles? Trump says no. Quite the opposite. He insists, I think a lot of people like it. All right. Donald Trump doing his thing, doing his Trump thing. Trump has had many Time magazine covers. Some of them have, I think this is pretty epic, quite frankly. Like, I think it's great. Whatever. I'm not a monarchist, obviously, but I think it trolls the libs like lose their damn minds over this stuff. And so I think it's fun to troll. When he wins, America will be made greater than ever before. Boom, says Jason Miller, one of those Trump confidants. Team Trump says MAGA. And let's end with a meme here. Grand old memes. Right to Bear memes. You should totally follow this account. This is a really, really great, hilarious memer account. Look at this. Look at if he wins, look at everyone screaming and crying. I like this corner down here. I like the whole thing. I think it looks smart. I don't know who proves Trump's media, but I mean, it's obviously a risk, right? To let Time magazine have unfettered access to Trump, which is what it looks like. But I think this comes off looking really, really good. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. I think it's iconic. I'll get a copy. We'll hang it up in the studio. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.